Don't have a script. One. Okay, let's go for first try. First try. Okay. Don't post any weird shit in my chat while I'm doing my YouTube video, please. Okay, not like last time, please. Hey guys, new video here. Leveling with Rain of Arrows, by the way. Okay, get a lot of requests on how do you level every character now. I have Abrath's video. That's like if you want to go like the full-blown spellcaster route, but this is attack based. Rain of Arrows, they changed it a little bit, so it's really strong build. Really strong for leveling, I should say, and I do actually like it better than Abrath's. It's pretty quick, it's reliable, the progression is really easy, the gear is pretty damn easy to get in, I would say, in any league, unless they like nerf a bunch of stuff or take out things like Abyss, but we won't talk about that here. So I'm just gonna go through it, and I'll go through what I've done is I've separated some stuff into early and like mid, right? Early will be like 1 to maybe 20, and then this will be like after level 20 or something. Okay, and I'll go through the gears. So when you get to the first town, you should immediately be able to equip an Araku Tiki, right? You should immediately be able to equip a Gold Rim and a Tabby, and then you can even do a Skin of the Loyal if you have the colors. These are really cheap because of the popularity of the pure Breachstone farming has made like hundreds if not thousands of these available. You can get these for 1020C, and it's pretty nice. So I could grab one of these, but it's not really that big a deal. Okay, for the +1 socket, you can easily buy a Tabula for maybe as cheap. Okay, so you're gonna put that on, and then you're gonna put on Split Arrow. I probably use Split Arrow, and then you can probably mule a from one of your higher level characters, because this is leveling like a second or third character. You can mule an Onslaught over if you want. You can and then so that should get you going. Should be really strong. You'll also immediately be able to put on 2 Black Heart Rings, and for your bow attacks are going to add damage and has defenses and all kinds of good stuff on here. So Black Hearts are level at level 2 you'll be able to equip them, and also you'll be able to equip your Loctanials. These are charge generation, life, and attack speed, which is pretty damn good. You can even use these like all the way up until Tomb Fist if you want, but like sometimes I like to use like stuff like this just because it's like a little bit higher level, but this is like another choice. You can also use like the other ones called Ondars, I think they're called. Really the glove slot, it doesn't really matter. These are like 1 transmute items right here. You're also going to want to have probably like a Quicksilver or a couple Quicksilvers that hey, don't mention the flashlight thing in my chat, please. Okay, so don't listen to them. It's not true. Okay, so you'll have a Quicksilver that has no level requirement. Maybe get 2 of them, right, until you get to level 16, because at level 16 you'll put on your Alchemist Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline, and these are the minimum level is 16, and it's a massive speed boost. You probably get 2 of them, right? And then at level 10 you'll put, I'm sorry, I messed up a little bit. You can equip 7 League Steps right away if you want to, or you can put on Wanderlust. You can put on later on you can put on Victarios, whatever you want if you can't afford the 7 Leagues, but like 50% movement speed is pretty insane, right? So you'll put these on as well. Level 5, oh sorry, this is the wrong one, it goes here. At level 5 you'll put on a Kurui Ward, right? Some movement speed there, and that'll replace the Araku Tiki. At level 8 you can put on an Asenath Mark. This is a little bit faster, a little bit of attack speed, and you can always go back to the Gold Rim whenever you want, right? You can always go back to a 40% resist if you feel like you're going to be dying a little bit. What else we have at level 9? You put on a Storm Cloud, and this is like huge lightning damage, and if you look at the I didn't put on D&D. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. So I didn't put on I didn't put on the D&D. So then you can put this on, and this is massive attack speed and lightning damage, so you're gonna be doing pretty well here. This will replace the Silver Branch that you can equip right away too, and then you'll start really feeling the power once you equip this. So at level 12 you're gonna put in Rain of Arrows, and I recommend like Rain of Arrows at level 12. You're like kind of limited by the supports, right? You can put in Mirage Archer is pretty early on. Added Cold and Added Lightning are level 8, I believe, and then Onslaught you can have that in there, and then you can put in whatever else you want in here, right? Because like the big boy nodes come in at level 18, so that's a Conk effect, which is huge for the leveling build, and it is a Wed, which is huge for the build. So like I would say mandatory is Rain of Arrows. Whoa, that guy posted a dick in the chat. Okay, so we have Rain of Arrows mandatory, Wed mandatory, Conk mandatory, Mirage Archer mandatory, and the other 2 can really be anything you want. It can be added damages like Lightning and Cold. It could be Onslaught. It could even be things like I don't know, later on like Ice Bite. It could be like Power Charge on crit. It can be increased crit. trait. It can be anything really. But I've kind of played around with this a lot on different characters, and I'd say don't go crit. Just go like full Ellie. You'll have some base crit, but it won't be that big. And so that'll be the end game setup, right? So the 4 that I mentioned, and then the last 2 can be anything you want. And then level 8, obviously you have a Wise Oak, help you with even more resists, and maybe get a little bit of bonus damage there. At level, you want Blink Arrow for movement, to especially in like Act 2, you'll traverse the little rivers way better with a Blink Arrow. And at level 20, you get some big boy items. So if you look at the added here, that's like massive, right? Massive added. You get life on this one. You get some like leech. You get some damages. You get some. It's like all around good rings, okay? Until your Thief's Torment. So this is like the early setup, and you'll blow past all the content like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it, right? Nothing too crazy here. Did I not mention Hyries by at level 10? You can do that too, right? It's a really good item. It'll help you with your, it has all the stats on it, so it'll help you with your leveling of your gems, right? Other gems of note in the early stage is level 16. You can put on Herald of Ash, Thunder, or Ice. Pick whatever 2 or 3 of those you want. You're probably going to need a mana flask of some sort. Just keep your mana flask updated so that you can actually use all the stuff. I just use like Ice and Thunder. It doesn't really matter. But you could use all 3, okay? So that's the early game leveling right here. Nothing too fancy about it. Make sure you keep your flasks updated in terms of life and mana if you want to use those, but then later on I won't even use life flasks. Okay, next, mid game. So here's what you're going to swap out. First, you're going to swap your Stormcloud for a Tempest at 32. This thing's huge, right? So it's the same, if you see, it's the same lightning damage, but it's 100% increased lightning damage, so that makes it even better. Still the same massive attack speed. You're going to switch out your Karui Ward for either of these 2. So Karui Charge is 10% move speed, which is big, and projectile stuff, but then this is like huge added. You see like how much added damage there is here, and you get a little bit of move speed when you use a whale skill. And since Whale Rain of Arrows has 2 charges, you can get this up pretty frequently here, right? So either of these is fine. I use both in conjunction. Sometimes if I need a little bit more dex, like if I'm a int based character, I might use this. You might have to use this for a time, but I mean this one's pretty cool. I mean, look how it's a heart on a necklace. That's pretty badass. Okay, you're gonna at 45 you'll swap your Hyries Iron or whatever it's called, Hyries Bite into Hyries Demise. The huge damages here. Oh, I forgot to talk about the belt in the early. The belt in the early one considered like a Worm's Molt of anything you have, right? Like a String of Servitude with any mods you want, move speed maybe, and then you're gonna upgrade to this. This is big damages when you upgrade your belt, right? It's just like a wed belt here. Put that on at level 25. This is huge. I'll talk about these later. Okay, you can put on some flasks, silver flask, sulfur flask, whatever you want, right? I don't really use a life flask because you're just blowing through content. Cinder Swallow is a new item this league. It's pretty insane. It's a free Patient Reaper from the Trickster node, so big regen, and even if you don't ignite, which only matters for like the little top 2 nodes, it is still recovery. So this is really nice. It's just a 1 use, so you don't get the chemist roll on a silver, which would give you two uses if it's a 23% roll, but like you're killing so many monsters, and so this is it's still pretty good for recovery. Okay, let's talk about big boy items. Okay, Tomb Fist. 1 socket Tomb Fist is probably at this point what, like 10C, 5C? I don't know. It's got to be really cheap. And you're gonna want to put in a Murderous Idol to get the Intimidate, because that gives you 10% more damage against. Well, the monster takes 10% more damage, so it's kind of like that. And has life, has attack speed, and then obviously if you find a leveling jewel like this one, see this is only a 3 node, right? Double damage to your bow attacks, and then like some kind of life or another damage roll. It doesn't really matter. Like a specific one, like a 2 bow attacks specifically, it'll give you just you can like look on your tooltip and you'll see like massive increases, and the leveling will go even smoother the more abyssals you get. So so definitely get your Tomb Fist on at level 36, and you'll notice a world of difference. 2 socket if you can afford it, so you can put in this one. See, this is also, so like the jewels, make sure you're searching for level 36 or lower, because you can always put in that at the same level that you can use your Tomb Fist. See, level 36, right, even without them equipped. Okay, so that's like mandatory for, this is like pretty old news to like any attack based builds, right? The reason I mentioned a Lionized Fall is because like this used to be a 1 exalt 2 exalt item, but now it's like a 10C item. So if you put it in the jewel slot right here, right here, you can take these claw nodes and turn them into bow nodes, which give you crit multi, crit chance, and big leech, right? So it's like a little bit of safety, a little bit of quality of life right here. Okay, so that's one thing. And then I would say the thing that makes Rain of Arrows, the thing that makes Rain of Arrows leveling as smooth as it is a Thief's Torment. Now you can only use one ring if you put this on. It'll disable your other ring that you have on, but it's like 60 life gained, up to 60 life gained for each enemy hit. And since it's a big AoE, you're going to be hitting so much stuff that you can just like face tank everything. You won't ever have to worry about mana unless you run out of mobs to kill. And it's just an amazing ring. It's like 34 to all resist, so it's like a mini gold rim, right? That's really cool. Now if you do want to use a mana flask and some leech, and you're okay without this, I recommend something like this. Get a corruption on any ring you can find, the cheapest one you can find that gives you the Wrath skill, because whatever you can get this on, you'll be able to use that Wrath outside of the gem level. So for example, a level 21 Wrath requires level 72, but this one, if I put this ring on at 36, I can use that 21 Wrath at level 36. So it's like huge, like absolutely huge damages, right? And then, but I don't even use this. I don't like this because Abyssal Jewels makes your damage good enough, and then the Thief's Torment lets you face tank and gives you your more recovery. So it doesn't actually matter, right? And that's about it. This will actually take you to the end game. And with this, like sometimes I just go into maps with this. Like Rain of Arrows is a really strong skill. You can easily take it to maps and then do a full transition, full respec. Was it like 80? Well, if you're redoing your ascendancy, it's like 80 to 120 regret orbs, right, to do a full respec. And late game, like if you want to take it into maps, like this was like 2 exalts, right? So like to a high res at 65 for massive bow damages. You can put on whatever you want, Rain of Arrows, Helm enchant, stuff like that. But this is like this stuff's kind of stupid. You can get to maps with just this, no problem. Let's talk about the tree. Okay, so the leveling is really good for 3 classes. Okay, the Shadow is very good. Ranger, of course, like thematic bow class here, and then Duelist, right? And the reason for that is because these 3 classes, with Rain of Arrows, you're going into their tree fully, no matter what. So you're always in the Duelist node here for like Furry Bolts, Art of Gladiator, like these 2 right here. You're always in this Ranger node because you need Point Blank, which this actually works with Rain of Arrows, right? You'll get more multiplier here, Primeval, Herbalism right here, Jewel Socket, like all this cool stuff right here, right? Like Forces and Revenge of Hunted. So and then you'll go into like Cold-Hearted, Trickery, Blood Siphon, stuff like that, and movement speed here for Shadow. So these 3 classes are actually the best for the leveling. But I have done it with Witch. I am currently doing it with Marauder a little bit. And as you can see, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like about 9 to 10 travel points extra here. And then for this one, since you're already here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 7, 8, 9. It's like 9 or 10 points if you go this or this. If you're a Templar, yikes. If you're a Templar, just go Stormbrand, okay? But like any other class is really not that bad, okay? This tree's so big. Yeah, the tree's pretty big, but really you're only taking so here's what I'll do, right? So the main clusters are right here, Point Blank, Primeval Force, Herbalism, like jewel sockets that are on 2 points, like here and here for Abyssal Jewels. Like I don't even have one here because I'm an idiot. And then obviously Furry Bolts, and then I would say Forces of Nature, Revenge of Hunted. If you take this jewel socket, Soul Raker here, right? You go all the way down here. Blood Drinker, Fangs, Cold-Hearted, and then either like Ellie Focus probably if you're not going crit, into Trickery, into Blood Siphon, Coordination, stuff like this, right? And then so that's what you'll do. And then yeah, that's like it's always like that, and it's extremely strong. Order in which you take them doesn't matter because the Abyssal Jewels and the bows and stuff carry you. So I wouldn't worry too much about order. You can take whatever you want, right? Just know that you're in these 3 areas: Shadow area, Ranger area, Duelist area, no matter what. Okay, and then the rest of the stuff, like once you get to the high level, if you really want to play this, you can go like Phase Acro. You can what else can you do? You can get your Frenzy charge. There's like 2 here, there's 2 here, there's 2 here. You can get more jewel sockets. You can go all kinds of weird stuff, right? but this is just for leveling. Okay, so that's it. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye. All right, that was my video. Okay, how long was that? Let me put a little marker on my stream thing. Here we go. Bow leveling. Hee. Okay, add this. I did it, guys. I actually made it. Hey. Stop doing the dicks, guys. All right, last warning. I saw it. Hey guys, stop doing dicks.